Hey guys, welcome back to Underground Garage. Thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key. There's a Steam demo available. For more info, the link is in the description. Go and talk with Dave. So that new quest thing doesn't freeze up the screen, but after we talk to him, it will.
Speed upgrades, huh? This one's fun. We're boosting a Nexa Cloud at 23. Get it on the lift and we'll see if we got the parts, or we'll order what we need. Make sure it's done right. The guy's gonna want to feel the difference.
And there's a freeze. Right, tab, manager, and then next to cloud. Let's get into mechanic mode, see what the heck's the matter. E, open the hood, and shift, diagnostic mode. So again, this part I do appreciate over car mechanic, where you have to long press on everything to figure out what the heck's the matter. This you don't. It's just hit left shift and you're good. So we have missing parts. Guess we'll just start disassembling it. So they want us to do that, so we're gonna do this, get rid of that. I'm not sure what the noise was. Now we have to get out of it. Open the shop. All right, by parts, stock, turbo system, turbo manifold, front and rear compressors. All right, so the first thing we're gonna get is the turbo manifold. And we're looking specifically for stock Titan X power core. So it would be this guy. The next thing, front and rear compressors. And again, we're looking for stock. So here's a stock front. And you can look at this other one too. This is a quantum. This one now, because we wrote it backwards, should be able to just jump right into the next thing. Again, looking for stock Titan X power core i6, and got that one. Now we get the compressor pipe. And here we go, stock Titan X. The next thing, a rear drive downpipe. And we have a downpipe rear drive. That's a tier 1 though. Here we need a 6. And stock. Should be it. And now we get an intercooler. So all these should be fine. Honestly, you're just gonna get the stock, so the sport ones are not necessary. So we should have all the pieces, and as we got that little reaffirming noise there that they do, now we have to reassemble. Add this, and again we're gonna look for the turbo manifold, not the rear. That, add this, add that one, compressor pipe we just bought, the nitro injector. Now one thing I learned is if you hold left control, it does the hierarchy. It kind of shows you. I don't think it's going to do anything here now. What do we have left, by the way? I think we have the intercooler, right? I think that's really the only thing that's left. We have the downpipe. There we go. Got that. very elusive part. It's like one little tiny screw in the back. Okay, got ignition system in. So the intercooler back out, open the hood, and should be right there. And I think we're done though. Let's move the car. It wasn't too terrible. But the downside is now we have to find where the heck we're going, so we'll skip this and magically appear at the very end. We shouldn't be too far away now at this point. Couple more turns to go. And there are cars in traffic. One going in the same direction we're going. Now we got to wind up apparently on this hill or cliff over here. And here we go. Next to the shiny box trucks. And we're good. Alright, vibrator just went off. Solid work on that turbo install. The client's going to be grinning ear to ear. Speed's a dangerous game, but hey, it's what keeps us in business. Quest completed. Faster, faster, faster. So let's see what Deb wants. Unexpected twist. Heads up. Got an unusual request from someone. Dave said to take it, but it's coming from outside our usual circle. Get ready. Sounds ominous, but we'll do it. Because the game is forcing us to. Hello, Dave. Not sure why we text when we're like always like 10 feet from each other.
A guy named Emilio. He's got
Wish I could lean too.
underground scene. I don't normally work with him, but it's good money, and right now we could use it. His protege banged up his car during a race. Get it on the lift and fix the engine. Quick job, but be sharp. Emilio's got a reputation.
Apparently, we don't spend money on clothes here. All right, so now we're gonna move another car to the lift. Sell whatever we got here. So we only have that manifold left. Okay. I just like to have a clean slate. I mean, it's probably useful to have things sitting there. It's the only car. Here it is. The Hot Rider. It's probably good to have spare parts. I haven't really looked at the ratio to see if we lose money by selling it or if we get the same in return. But in the early game, I don't want to keep a lot of random things around. Might confuse you, especially if you have a lot of broken things that you can't repair. Could be very confusing. So we're missing a crankshaft, pistons, and oil pan. Or I should say that are all broken. We're gonna add them to our shopping list. I think that's what that does. So we'll go here to shop. And yes, adds them all here. We're not gonna do it yet. Just gonna make sure that it's gonna be a very messy job because everything is like pretty much has to go. And we're gonna make sure that we can't just like repair something, you know? I don't want to spend the money if we just can like repair it. Pretty sure it's broken beyond repair. So here we're gonna hold the highlight hierarchy. So this is everything that we're gonna have to try to get down to where a crankshaft is. So, and I think the pistons come out like right after. So we have to be very mindful that we continue, because otherwise we're gonna get really screwed. We're gonna put everything back and then we're gonna forget, and that'll really screw us over because it's a very extensive project. But anyways, let's get to it. And again, I am no gearhead. I am literally following the highlighting. So do the belt, assuming belts and all that have to come off, because in theory these are coming off and it's underneath, so I don't think gravity's gonna hold it. I think all this is pretty much just holding each other. little bit like ASMR, not gonna lie. Attach this back here. Let's get the clutch cover off. Let's see how much we can streamline here. It's pretty handy when you do the hierarchy. Again, I was never very versed with car mechanic. I was quite clumsy, to be honest. So I appreciate that this game does have hierarchy. And you know what? Honestly, car mechanic could have had one. Maybe I played too soon in the beginning and you don't get it yet. Or it doesn't have it at all. So at this point, we need to drain the oil. We're gonna come down here, and because the camera didn't follow, now we're gonna have to back out. And let's try this again. Let's go back up. Problem was we're too far down. So when the thing moves, unfortunately, the camera is not free floating because you're always kind of looking at it. So technically, I could have still stayed in that camera angle. I would have just had to select different parts, like click this to get to that and then get to this kind of thing like that, you know? Basically how I would have gone to get to there, but sometimes it's a lot easier just to back out, reset, and go back in, you know? Now the camera unfortunately is going to be high, so we'll have to click on the engine just so we can kind of go back to focusing on that again. Otherwise we're going to be in a weird wonky camera angle. But it's really easy. Just again, left click and you're back in it. Hold that hierarchy and we're good. Now I think if you also hold the hierarchy, it will focus into something. So say if it's like multi-part system, it will go into that and it'll kind of go piece by piece. So if you do get overwhelmed, it does help you on focusing, because a lot of this is focusing. There's a lot of little intricate pieces that unfortunately you can't really tell, because there's a lot of things that are just metal, plastic kind of thing, black, silver. They're all kind of camouflaged. So just highlighting isn't enough. Like you don't even see the chain here camouflaged. Now if you focused in more, you probably could. Camshaft's gone. So let's get these out. Get those over here. Now we get the cylinder heads off. And like the last video, I like going and left to right when available. Now here we're gonna get the oil filter off. Now let's get the crankshaft mount off, which should now expose these things are a little hard to find the sweet spot. That should release the pistons, no? Yeah, it's on this one. Now we get the opposite side. Those gone. That released the crankshaft because now you got both rod caps off. And I think we're good at this point. We don't have to do anything else. So now we assemble. Actually, before we assemble, because we might have to buy those parts, let's see if we can repair them first. Here's our battery workbench. Not sure if the last video touched on that yet. It might not have. So none of those parts are repairable, so we are going to buy them. So we are going to have to buy them 100%, which is fine. It's also why we did the shopping list in the beginning, because it makes it very simple. So we're literally replacing. So we got the pistons, we got the oil pan, and we got the crankshaft. All right, let's do the Avenger thing. Let's assemble. Now we are putting everything back in, and you make sure that you're getting the right one. Last thing you want to do is put the broken one back in. Put that one on, and we'll get to the oil pan eventually. Have to be very mindful that we don't put the broken one back in. Everything else should be one and done. I don't think we had to replace anything else other than those 4. Again, this is very much therapy. I'm not a gearhead, far from it, but I do like my racing games. I love my burnouts. I really like Need for Speed Heat, mostly because I live in Florida, so kind of made sense for me. I love Forza Horizon. I like Forza Horizon more than Motorsport. Again, I like the adventure aspect of it. Very fun. And we do dabble in simulators here. We played Japanese Drift Master, played the demo, or if it was like a beta years ago. And we covered the Made in USA DLC recently, as well as playing some Motorfest. Ubisoft The Crew. Motorfest, that is. And I think in the last video I did mention I did love Crazy Taxi as a kid. Have it on Dreamcast. Also, it was my first game on PlayStation 2. Weird, I know. Out of all the things, no PlayStation exclusives, just Crazy Taxi. It was very odd. I don't think I was very versed in the internet then. So really I was just kind of knowing my games based off of magazines. You do wacky things as a kid. I did enjoy it though. PlayStation 2 is very noisy. Sounded like a rocket ship, which I think a lot of people transitioned to a PlayStation 3 and a 4 that were equally noisy. I don't think mine were. After the PlayStation 2, I started focusing on the slim versions. So the slims for me weren't as noisy. But the fat boys, man, anytime I got one, very noisy. I like the borderline of sim arcade. We've played Motortown a few times on the channel as well. I love sim driving in Grand Theft Auto. If that makes any sense. That's always kind of fun. Just driving around doing like different oddball jobs, which I think now is a legit thing in Grand Theft Auto Online. Doing odd jobs. You know, things like being a UPS or FedEx or Amazon driver. Again, role playing as one. Doing tow trucks. Doing long haul and semi truck. I should say long haul, but like one side of the map to the other side of the map. Doing box truck deliveries. Just a bunch of oddball things. I think we've also done school buses and whatnot. Like it's pretty interesting. To me, again, it's therapy. So we need transmission rear. And there we go. Not sure why it didn't work the first time. Okay, well, now we just add engine oil. So for that, we might have to back out to 1. Oh, awkward angle. And here we go. And E. Again, simplicity. Car mechanic does a similar animation. I think you have to hold the button to pour, but I do like the fact that we don't have to get the equipment, like physically go click the equipment to put it under to release the oil. It just automatically does it. I like it. Again, simplified. Some things you kind of want streamlined. Sounds pretty cool, but I think it's going to do the squealing. I think someone was burning out over here. We don't have to go far. For once, we don't have to go like 1,000 meters. This is only like 250. And you can play with gamepad. I choose not to. I don't want to bounce back and forth. And we're done. Here goes our phone. All right. Well, I love that just random people sit out here. Impressive. Dave's got good people. I'll keep you in mind for future jobs. Be ready. I don't know if that was a threat or not. Let's talk with Dave. Hey, Davey boy.
Nice work, kid. You handled that well. Don't let Emilio's interests fool you. He's not someone you want to get too close to. Keep your head down, and we'll keep things.
Get really hairy arms. We have like none.
Coming in tomorrow.
What the heck? Well, that's just rude. Is that like a rival gang or something? What the hell?
Look, I know you're still messed up about what happened, but sitting around won't change anything. Meet me at the garage. We've got work to do, and I'm not letting you give up that easy.
Oh god. It's like there's nothing here now. It's all trashed. What the hell? Dave's garage is in sad state of affairs here. And Deb is not in her hole. Oh, well, they even made that all disarray too. But thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key, and this was More Underground Garage. There's a Steam demo available. For more info, the link is in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I